Good evening, my friends. How are you? Welcome to another edition of Wednesday Night Live here on Mike Avery Outdoors. My name is Mike Avery, and I love to be outdoors, so we call this Mike Avery Outdoors. It's Wednesday night. I'm live, so it's Wednesday Night Live. Very, very original naming here. Uh, how are you this evening? Good evening, Lori. How are you? Nice to have you along with us. I look forward to seeing you in Ohio. Kevin, how are you, buddy? Appreciate you being along tonight with us as well. Kevin Coyote Killing King. Jim checking in from Tennessee. Kevin's leaving for bear hunt on Friday. Good luck. Craig Plowman. Hey, Craig, I don't know where your boat is right now, whether it's in the water or not, but as soon as I get done here, in fact, I'm going to wrap up a little bit early. I'm going to head over to the marina and check my boat to make sure it's okay. I'm live from the great indoors, but I'm heading outdoors here in about a half hour because I need to go check my boat. Hey, Lance, how are you, buddy? Nice to have you along with us. My boat is tied up at the dock, and they're talking gale force winds tonight. Fortunately, they're northeast winds. They're protected in there. However, the level in the river is up 2.5, 3 feet. So I got to go over and check the lines. Jim, good evening. How are you? Avery, where'd you go, Avery? There you go, Avery, love the name. Evening, Jim, how are you? Yours is in the garage, too much wind. Well, if the wind lets up on Friday, and it's supposed to, I hope to run my angler quest over to Linwood Beach Marina and have her put to bed for the winter. Summer has left the building. Julie says it's cold out there. Boy, this first day of fall, and it feels like fall, doesn't it? It really changed. I was shocked when I went out there this morning. Good evening, Ross. How are you, buddy? Nice to have you along with us. Hello, Michelle. How are you? It was nice to see you up at Jay's here a couple of weeks ago at their 50th anniversary celebration. My name is Mike Avery. I'm live tonight on Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, and Twitter. Go fishing first on Friday. Yeah, I think I'm done fishing. And I tell you what, by the time I run it across the bay, I will have stripped everything off it. There'll be a life jacket on there, a throwable, whatever I need to stay illegal going across the bay, and that's going to be it. Jeff checking in on YouTube. Jeff, nice to have you along with us. Mike says it feels like bow season. It does. It does. Once I get done with my work tomorrow, I'm going to meet up with my son, James. He's got a new crossbow. He's got a say hello, say a favorite. Hello, Raylyn. Raylyn, how are you? Thanks for joining us tonight. It's not Members Mark. Members Mark, I think, is what we get at Costco or Maker's Mark. And there's nothing in there because I got to make a drive here shortly. Heading out this weekend on my first Michigan bear hunt. Well, good luck to you, Brian. Good luck to you. 1955, like it saw a state trooper. Oh, how are things in Pinconning? Mike, nice to have you along with us. That's a good line. I like that. Missed the last 2 weeks where you were at bear camp. How did it go, Eric? Bear camp's a good place to be. Here we go. Tony says, Mike, what day is it? It's hump day. My pleasure, Mike. Dave, good evening, buddy. How are you? Nice to have you along with us. 13 feet up in a truck refrigeration unit. Tony stole your weekly comment. Jim checking in from Mount Pleasant McLaren Hospital. That's no good. Good evening, Kevin. How are you? My name is Mike Avery. This is Wednesday Night Live. On a very fall-like Wednesday night, but it is fall, so it makes sense. But man, the wind's blowing about 25, 30 miles an hour from the northeast right now. Harry is working at the Sioux Locks. That must be cool, Harry. That must be cool. Stu says duck boats are northbound on I-75. Chilly and rainy, Cameron says. Had a first-time bear hunter get his bear. He's 19 years old. Oh, that sounds like fun. Good evening, Paul. How are you? Nice to have you along with us on this edition of Wednesday Night Live. Hey, look who's with us, ladies and gentlemen. Yay, deer weather, he says. Bill Piles from Ohio Bow Hunting Outfitters, OhioBowhuntingOutfitters.com. We will be down to see you here shortly, Bill. Several people who are on tonight, Bill, will be coming down with us. Lori Card's with us right now. Craig Plowman's with us right now. I didn't see anybody else who's going to be joining us yet, but we'll have a good crew down there, Bill. Looking forward to coming down, and your pictures are driving people crazy, getting people excited. Killed it with a bow. That's the way to kill a bear. If you're hunting bear over a bait, a bow is the way to do it. I'm telling you, a bow is the way to do it. So excited, Bill says. There's Scott. Scott's going to be down there with us as well. Total number of deer today, Chris says, is 56. Oh, Ian's with us too. Me. He's going. So we got several of us. And Ross, the man who I wish I was going, says he's just too busy. Just too busy. You wait, Ross, next year when you're not just too busy and we don't have room for you. What are you going to do then, buddy? And by the way, Ross, don't you have company tonight? Oh, thank you, Bill. I appreciate that. Checking in from Leroy. Bill says, come on, Ross. Come on, Ross. Craig says, Craig says, you're not as excited as we are. See, I have an advantage because I've been down there before. I know what to expect. And it's all good. Good evening, Billy. How are you? Nice to have you along with us on this edition of Wednesday Night Live. So what's on the agenda tonight? What am I talking about tonight? And this will be an abbreviated version because the company's on the way. Abbreviated version because I needed to get over and check on my boat with this gale force winds we've got right now. It's an outbreak of EHD. Southwest part of the state is seeing some EHD. Don't know how bad it's going to be yet. Confirmed cases now in Kalamazoo County and some other areas as well. Michigan was named the number 2 state in the country for recreational fishing. At least number 2. I've been shooting my crossbow to get ready for Bill's hunt. I started to tell you, I'm a big darting guy. I love darting, but my son James bought himself a new high-end, high-tech 10-point. And we went out and we were shooting the other day. Holy cow, that thing it's amazing. Amazing. Harry got a 200-pound bear in Central UP. Another great hunt. Good for you, Harry. You love bear hunting like I do. I know you do. Johnny Bowler is usually on with us on Wednesday Night Live. He will be in Ohio with us as well. What chair did I end up getting for my blind? Well, guess what? I wanted to get a chair from Summit Outdoors, the Shadow Hunter people, and they're out of stock. They didn't have any. So I will be using the same chairs that I always do. I'm using the crossbow. There we go. I'm using the crossbow. There you go. Yeah, I'm using the dart and crossbow. And I feel good about it. People say, you're taking the easy way out. You know, you've killed animals with a recurve. Why don't you keep that up? Well, it's wonderful. I love the recurve. I wish I was dedicated enough to shoot that recurve enough to feel confident with it. But I don't. So I'll be using the crossbow, and I'm fine with it. I'm happy with it. Listen, the goal, I've talked about this before, is to make a quick, clean, humane killing shot. And if a crossbow can help you do that, have at it. I'm not one of those people who say, I don't a cross gun. You should be handicapped to use a cross gun. It's a poacher's tool. BS. People want to be so negative these days. Bill Pyle says confidence is a must. Hey, Bob, how are you? Nice to have you along with us. That is some beard, Bob. I love that thing. Nate says it's a Killer Instinct crossbow for him this year. Limited edition Scorpion. Might take it as your backup, Ian says. whatever you want to hunt with. I don't care if it's a longbow, it's a recurve, it's a compound, it's a crossbow, or it's a centerfire rifle. By the way, why do people never gripe about folks who go out in the woods with a 30-06? The hardcore traditional bow hunters, the Pope and Youngers, don't go after the guys with a 30-06 and say you're taking the easy way out, do they? Why is it just the people who shoot crossbows that catch the grief? Good evening, Sam. How are you? Linda just got back from her bear hunting Cadillac. It was an adventure. A little CVA scout did the job, 25 yards. Excellent. There you go, Tim. There you go. Use a spear. Have you guys seen, help me out, Tim Wells? Have you seen Tim Wells? Not only does he use a spear, he uses a blowgun. I've had the chance to, I've met Tim Wells before, not in a ATA show setting or something, but at camp up north. He's an interesting guy. He's a stud. I'm telling you what, that guy is a stud. Clean kill or clean miss. Jeff says, not this spear. Oh. Can we talk the Slockmaster? He is. He's the Slock. He's a cool guy, isn't he? He's a really cool guy. There's not a lot of those outdoor TV guys that really get my attention. But Tim Wells is one of them. He's the real deal. Remember when he was hunting in Africa? Well, look at this. Somebody, YouTube. I don't mind crossbow, public work, gun hunting. Good point. I don't like hello, Brandon. How are things in Stanford? I'm not enamored by the TV hunting show people. But Tim Wells is a pretty cool guy. Never understood why people who participate in the firearm season put down people for using a crossbow. Exactly. You're out there with an 06 or a 270 or a 300 Win mag. You hunt from a tree or a ground to know how. You know what? I haven't talked with Bill about this. I'd rather hunt from the ground. I'd rather hunt a Wraith 270 see-through ground blind, which, by the way, Bill, I'm having one sent down to you. So if I am going to hunt on the ground, and you know where I'm going to be, if you want to set that up, that would be wonderful. And did you hear, Bill, Tim Wells, where are we going? Tim Wells, not sure. Yeah. Tim Wells' daughter is the same as her dad. Oh, yeah? Amen, Bill Piles. We better stick together or it's all going to be gone. I talked about that extensively this morning. Quit griping about and complaining about and bitching about and chastising fellow hunters if they're doing it legally. What do you care how they do it? You cannot mandate or dictate morals or ethics. I think the last outdoor TV show was hosted by some Avery guy. There's been many since me. Bill, did you hear from those Primal people? True North Guide Service, how are you tonight, Jason? I think it's society in general right now. It's so easy to sit here on your computer and complain and gripe and cut down and minimize and shame people because you're using a crossbow or you shot something less than a mature buck. If I hear the term mature buck one more time, I'm going to scream. Or why did you catch and eat that fish? We should only be catching fish and letting them go. Pick your topic and thumbs up or thumbs down, Bill. Pick your topic. People online want to complain about it these days. And as Bill Piles so eloquently said, stick together or fall apart. We got a lot of people out there who don't like hunting and fishing. We got a lot of people out there who are ignorant to hunting and fishing. I don't mean it in a negative way. They're indifferent to hunting and fishing. But when they see us fighting among ourselves, I did see that. I did see that. That's what I started to say, Ian, when he was in Africa. That was quite a show. Thumbs up. Good. Thank you. Good, Bill. Appreciate it. I don't care what you hunt with. I don't care if you hunt with a rock or a spear or a 50 cal if it's legal. If it's legal, God bless you. Go do what you want. Hunt your hunt. I like your comment. True, Dave, and very eloquently stated. Hunt your hunt. It's your hunt. Why, Craig? What are you looking to find out? We should do a Zoom call with us. Mike's. What is it you want to learn? Just ask Bill, and he'll tell you. Mature buck, immature, childish individuals have fun, enjoy the company, cherish the experience. Absolutely. Absolutely. And I guess I'm at an advantage because I've hunted with Bill several times. Although, Bill, I haven't hunted with you for what? 15 years? Has it been that long? Probably almost. Nate says, I used to shame people for using a crossbow, but now that I got my hands on one, I love it. And do you feel bad, Nate, that you shamed those people? Yeah, cross gun. You should only use a cross gun if you're handicapped, if you're disabled. BS. 14 years. Oh, my goodness. Craig has some questions about what to bring, what to expect. I can tell you what to expect. I can't tell you what to bring. I can tell you what to expect. Expect great hospitality from Bill and Joan. Expect great food. Expect great whitetail habitat. Expect surprisingly hilly terrain. And this is what shocked me the first time I was down there. Surprisingly hilly terrain. Expect to have a reasonable chance at a close experience with a shooter. Now, I notice I didn't say expect to have a shot at a buck or expect to take a buck. This is free range wild deer hunting. Michelle says she doesn't mind using a crossbow, but it doesn't give her the adrenaline rush. And whatever gives you that adrenaline rush, Michelle, go for it. Bill says, you flatlanders are funny. Ran over by an SUV 8 years ago. Can't pull a normal compound bow back. See, I hear people say, well, I shoot a crossbow because I can't pull a normal bow. And that's fine. Knox, Coshocton, and Licking, if I remember right. Tony says river cam at Smith Park shows water over the docks. That's why I'm going to check on my boat, Tony. As soon as I get done here, I'm going to check on my boat. I don't know what to expect, but I'm sure the water is going to be over my dock. Hunt with whatever you want to hunt with. Really. Bill says, I tell my friends to listen to your show because they ask where I get all the information from. Well, thank you, Bill. I hope some of that information is accurate. I try to be accurate as much as possible. This has got me worried, Tony. Smith Park shows water over the dock. Yeah, I don't know what to expect. I like I said, I'm gonna cut this one short tonight because I feel the need to go over and check on my boat. Stu says, when did you change from killing animals to harvesting animals? I can only use 2 deer a year, but I can pass hundreds. If I don't take any, I invested in conservation. Stu, you always have the greatest comments. So yeah, I don't think you've got to be physically challenged to shoot a crossbow. Can you bait with buck nuts? I'm not even going to touch that comment. Dave says, I kind of feel if you can make an ethical and quick kill is all that matters. Yes, just because it's more challenging and it ends up wounding an animal, what is accomplished? Perfect. With my recurve, I was worried. Yes, it was more challenging and it was certainly more rewarding. When I killed an animal with my recurve, it was ridiculously satisfying. Oh my goodness. It was such a sense of accomplishment. But the last few times in the woods, I was sitting there with that recurve in my hands and I was not as confident as I needed to be, as I would have liked to be. Now out there with a crossbow, is it as challenging? Nope. Is the confidence level there? Yes. Sue says, pull the plug, go check your boat. We'll be okay. No, I'll give it a few more minutes here. It's not going to make a difference. 10 minutes isn't going to make a difference. Jim's got a Wicked Ridge 10 point. Can't wait to use it this year. I was going to run over when I got out of the studio, out of the radio studio on the way home, but I got tied up on some other things and couldn't. So I'm going to go check tonight. What else is on my list? Oh, can we talk about, let's have some fun with terminology. Okay. Confidence, Bill says. And he knows. I mean, Bill deals with a lot of hunters. Chris in Kansas says, again, if you want to get a chance to come to Kansas, you're always welcome. Chris, I appreciate that. Some of the best whitetail hunts I've ever had have been in Kansas and Ohio with Bill. Ed says, who's on the show this week? Thank you for asking. Jim Felgenauer kicks off the Outdoor Magazine radio show this week, talking about the tremendous sturgeon fishing on the St. Clair River this time of year. It is phenomenal. Then Jason Garvin of the Michigan Wildlife Council. Tom Campbell of Woods and Water News wraps up the first hour. At hour number 2, Corporal Ken Lowell from the DNR talks about keeping us, he's a game warden, keeping us safe and legal in the woods and in the water. Then Nick Green from MUCC checks in this week's Ask Avery segment. Ian says, I'll send the drone. I hope your drone can deal with some high winds. Then in hour number 3, we're talking trapping with Ken Brzezinski of the Michigan Trappers and Predator Callers Association. That's the rundown for this week. Good evening, Kitchen Creek Outdoors. How are you? Nice to have you checking in with us on YouTube. George says you hadn't gotten a new rule book yet, but have you heard of any new baiting rules? George, there are no new baiting rules. And I will tell you this right now, do not expect any new deer baiting rules in Michigan anytime soon. It's not going to happen. It's just not going to happen. The DNR is happy with the bait rules. They have no plans to open up baiting in the Lower Peninsula. I've been told that several times. It's just not going to happen. I had my drone up yesterday on the pond behind the house. People said, why weren't you shooting those geese? Because they're protected. I live just inside the city limit, and those geese know it. Brian, I did get a fall turkey tag. And I won't be targeting them, but if a bird walks by, it's going to get shot at. Speaking of drones, do I recommend the one I bought? I do. I bought the cheapest DJI Mavic Mini. Costco had the kit on sale for $399 or $299. Costco had it for. Yeah, I recommend it. No, it's no, it's not in Linwood. There we go. It's not in Linwood. It's in Bay City. I'm going to run over there in just a minute. Yeah, the no bait rule is great for the people in the food plot business. New EHD not going to help any changes. Very true, Ian. Very true. And I'm not sure how many cases there are, but we talked to a guy this morning who said he's found like 15. Said he's found 15 on his 40 acres, 15 dead deer from EHD in Kalamazoo County on his 40 acres. Joe says, don't worry about baiting. Arizona banned trail cameras. And Scott says, by the way, that drone doesn't float. Now, I don't know how he knows that. What's the battery life on the drone? It's, I don't remember the stats, but it's certainly acceptable. I have no problem. I did, though, coincidentally, I bought one of these things, and this is a battery charging pack that you can put 3 drone batteries in here and just keep them right in my case. I'll show you. I got a few minutes here. Hold on. Try. Didn't want to pull my earphones or and I dropped it, my audio box. 15 on 40 acres sounds like Scott says 30 minutes. This is the drone that I use. And I don't pretend to be a drone expert. This is it. This is all it is. A Mavic Mini from DJI. I love DJI. It's the same company that makes my gimbal for my phone. Great company. But this is it. It shoots 1080p video, which is all I need. I don't need 4K video. You can't upload 4K video, I don't think, anywhere anyway. But I'm completely happy with this. At Costco, $299 for the battery, the control unit, charger. Can't beat it, right? Well, you could. But I think that's all most people need. All right, my friends, what else is on your mind? Make sure you take some Mike Avery Hunter sticks with you on your trip. I will certainly do that. Ed says he's got the same one. Do you like it, Ed? Another EHD report. EHD in East Leroy in Calhoun County, 24 on 80 acres, Pine Creek watershed. Sounds like Kalamazoo County, Calhoun County is where it's really getting hit bad. Did it take much practice to get the hang of it? I had a guy looking for his, lost it while using it from his pontoon. No, Brian, I found it surprisingly easy to fly. Yeah, I would recommend it, Tim. I found it surprisingly easy to fly. But I do feel more confident when I can physically see it too. You know, the really good drone pilots can just watch the screen on their controller and feel comfortable. I feel more comfortable when I'm not only watching my screen, but I can actually see the drone. John says that figures. He hasn't been seeing many deer on trail camera in Calhoun County. It says, yeah, he's putting something together for his page. Dave says, I've just found it easier to crash them. They're fun. They're fun. That's what they are. Are they a tool? Are they a toy? Patrick found 2 dead in Branch County next to the water on 80 acres. DNR is saying Oakland County has lots of EHD cases. We don't need a big EHD outbreak like we had 8 years ago, 9 years ago, maybe even 10 years ago now. Jason says cellular trail cameras are a game changer. They are. Ask the DNR about contracting out hunter safety program next year. It's coming, and you would know, Stu. Interesting. I'm surprised they don't contract more out. Bill started finding dead ones on September 6th. If I remember right, that's Calhoun County. All right, my friends, I'm getting anxious. I'm getting antsy. I'm looking at this wind out here. I got to go check on my boat. I'm sure it's fine, but I'll feel better after I see it. 2013 was the outbreak. Okay. Dave says, drone 1, living room lamp 0. Hey, Stacy, how are you? Nice to have you along with us tonight. All right, my friends, you can always reach me via email, mike@mikeaveryoutdoors.com, mike@mikeaveryoutdoors.com. My website is mikeaveryoutdoors.com. I appreciate you joining me on this edition of Wednesday Night Live. I'm sorry it's an abbreviated version, and I'm sorry we didn't give anything away tonight. After Halloween, I'll probably take a picture of it and post it, Jason, one way or another. I'm sure it'll be okay. After Halloween, we'll start our Ham for the Holidays, where we'll be giving away Michigan brand ham. We could give away some freaking pickles. I was working with another company where we did a giveaway every week, but that didn't work out so well. Ross says they're going to need to contract it out since so many instructors are leaving. Jim, you have a great night as well. All right, my friends, thanks for joining me on this edition of Wednesday Night Live. My name is Mike Avery. This is Wednesday Night Live. Join me across all social media platforms. Stay dry tonight and wish me luck on the boat. All right, have a good